Hello and welcome to the Eagle and the Radiant Cross for Bannerlord version 1.1. It's our first full release. I'm Vea, I'm the chief moderator, and really excited to be showing this off to everyone. So hopefully some of you have played the demo. I imagine most people haven't, but really excited. So the required mods are all listed, so if you just download them all. The two I'd say to keep an eye out for are Lamella Plate and Armour and Ramsey stuff, because they both contain two separate modules within them, which you'll need for both of them. Other than that, it's all fairly straightforward. I think Nexus is probably easiest to download stuff from there. Two things I'd say is possible issues, which may be worth troubleshooting in advance. One, make sure your DLLs are unblocked, because when you download Bannerlord mods from the internet, DLLs are often blocked, so you will have to go to properties and block them. The other thing is related to Harmony, because the version of Harmony with
from the forests of the
Blood and Smoke is an older version of Harmony, so you may need to delete the zero harmony.dll folder in Blood and Smoke, and it should work. That may be causing some trouble. Those are two things. So this is all the same at the moment. Next stage is to replace this all with fancy Swadian and so on. But here you can see it's a very different colour radia. So very quickly to go over the factions. We've got Murons, which is kind of British Commonwealth faction here. We've got Loria, based on the Spanish throne. Still controls a bit of land in mainland Calradia. We've got Xena, which represents the United States of Burmia. We've got Halmar over here. The Grand Duchy, the Vaegazardum, Libertalia, which we're playing around with, which is like a little pirate kingdom. More than anything, just kind of give a bit of extra quest colour. This New Aurora is the heartland of the Brigade of Radiant Cross as a kind of military frontier here. Then we have the two visions of Swadia, so the Holy Swadian Empire and the Swadian Confederation, which I'll get into in a minute. The Imperial State. Here we've got the Highland Confederacy, which is divided up by Gunther Piedmont. The Lowland Communes. This is the Protectorate of Ellis. Milesia, Sire, the Saranid Shardam, the Ormeli Empire, this is Kara-Katan, the Longu, Khergit, Khanate, southern provinces, province of Galan and Varia, and then the Holy See and the Holy City of Gallius. So the way this works in the tradition of the Eagle and the Radiant Cross, you've got a continent-spanning theocracy, which is the Lion Throne, which is ruled from here, Holy City of Gallius, and that oversees basically Gallius, province of Galan and Varia, southern provinces, and then the lowlands, Gunther Piedmont, Milesia, Tyre, and Kara-Katan, as well as Ellis and the Brigade frontier here. Now, at the start of the game, you'll see that two quests fire. One is War in the South, which simulates a crusade, and basically locks diplomacy for the first however many days. Now the tick is not going to be even, it's a random integer, but the idea is that it's a work in practice, so at least the first few months you shouldn't have a curb stomp by the Brigade Radiant Cross and its allies in the Lion Throne. So that's that. We have a very rudimentary religion button. If you press Z, this comes up. This will come in a later release, but that's just a work in progress. So I've turned off cheat mode, so this is going to be much more challenging. So what you'll notice is looters have a lot more variety, which means they are more challenging to take on and pose a bigger threat to you, but conversely offer better rewards for taking them on, because they have more useful weapons and equipment and so on. So let me see, I'm going to get some Elysian troops. So the Elysians are based off kind of Greco-Roman vibe, so you'll see actually I probably want some more troops than this really, because the looters I've got firearms, a couple of firearms there, well, three of them are firearms, so I'll take this lot on. So let me take on these looters. So looters, text-wise, are the same. You know, they still say the same things they did before. The other kinds of bandits have a variety of other statements. So one exciting thing is there is now a feature that you can tell your units use different weapons. So if you have got numpad, so numpad 1 allows them to use polearms. Now they'll take a minute. Yeah, I think they're obviously having a struggle with. Yeah, there we go. Now we. So and then 5. Nope, 0 is free choice. So yeah, it's mainly to be used with troops with pikes and swords. So you can tell to use the pikes. Otherwise, you end up seeing a lot of landsnecks and pikemen only using the sidearm, basically, which doesn't really work well against horses and kind of ruins the aesthetic. So you can do that. Finish the looters off fast. So, let's just down. That's not very good gameplay on my part. So yes, our little Elysian band has basically smashed these looters. There we go. So we'll get the boots. Take the boots, made for walking. This and keep the ammo for later. So yes, so that's, I mean, battle's the same. So this quest fires on day 2, which is the Swading question, which basically is our first main story quest. So essentially, it decides the fate of the two Swadias, so the Holy Swadian Empire and the Swadian Confederation, which have been fractured since the collapse of Vienna, which used to be here. And its basic destruction by the Aurora cannon, hence New Aurora. So this is a succession quest, and you can play a part in effecting the succession. So I'll ride now to Zollern, which is the heart of the Swadian Confederation, which is just take a little while to get there. Just boost my no, is it sorry. So yes, you can see there's a whole new range of characters and names and so on. So Karl von Friedenberg is our NPC for the Swadian Confederation, offering special quests, so you can speak to him. So you can ask about the status of ADS. There's a different door here. You can choose. So this is quite an easy quest. Basically, deliver some information to Königsberg. Oh, actually, we'll right here show one of the special new bandits. So the Sebastianistas, who are a form of basically Lorien renegades. They are based off the Carlists. So request stuff is cheesy, but I will work on that. So you can get a bit of lore from them. If you have sufficient cash, you can, on the other hand, bribe them, either to let you go, and bribing them to let you go gives you a chance to basically pay a certain amount and get out of it and give some security because they won't attack you for a bit. Or if you pay them more, you can increase your favour with them. Now, at the moment, I can't afford that, but let's see, this may be a very short, but infantry, raise your ship forward. We'll just get our troops ready here and hope that. So yeah, obviously playing against firearms. Those who played Blood and Smoke will be probably familiar with this sort of stuff. The way it's set up is that most troops, or most mainline troops, have got a variety of firearms. So you'll have some troops or some factions will have firearms which shoot further but have lower speed, or vice versa, which in a pitched firefight at least will make an impact. I think further testing would be appreciated to see how much difference that makes. I think quite easily. I think this is on the lowest difficulty. So there we go. So we've got all this bit Sebastianista stuff and nice prisoners, and yeah, lots of nice stuff. So I'll borrow that and this, and let's sell this stuff, and then let's see what the Sebastianistas will say when we pay them some money. If they'll let us. So neat. So okay, so got some grapes of beer, and I think it's 3,000 is normally the amount you need to pay a Sebastianista. No, it is 6,000. You can say pay 1,000 instead, and that's like a set fee. They'll ignore you now for 12 hours, and you can go about your duty. So just very quickly to get to the end of this quest, before you die of boredom, just ride over and deliver it. Most of the quests at this point are quite easy. So you can also get quests directly from the lords. So this is a mercenary of the Craven Guard, looking for work in service to your cause, escort a supply shipment. So all this stuff basically you can do. You just like bring units to a garrison and so on. And yeah, so that is the basic start. I'd recommend that you play some. Please tell me anything that's broken. Please tell me if things need to be changed. One other quick thing I'd say is that you'll see. So here, so okay, no, it's not got them yet. Let's see. Yes, as you can see, there's at the bottom of the list there's Ulm Mountain Aquavisier. So what happens over time is that troops basically pick up, different settlements rather get troops that are related to them. So Ulm will get Ulm Mounted Aquavisiers, but also the faction, so the clan which owns that will also get them added to their party. So you can see, I know they haven't been spawned there yet, irritatingly to show, but if we ride here to Königsberg, we'll see some other units, hopefully, called the Grand... Yeah, that is the Grand Regent Guard, 5 of them there. So you get special units which are added to your party if you are an NPC who owns a castle, but you also get these units like the Swedian Grenzer and the... Swedian Grenzer, which is hired if you are a member of the faction. Hire faction soldiers is the option for the user. So there's a set number of those because they are usually more powerful and more useful in specialist roles than generic units. So yeah, that is the basic overview. I don't want to spoil too much more. Most of it should be fairly self-explanatory for players of the game. My testing has been relatively limited, so there are definitely bits that will be broken and stuff like that, and I expect there'll be some items and so on which are either OP or don't show up in game. So please do tell me. Please make any suggestions. And very quickly in terms of the roadmap, the next things I'd like to look at doing for release 1.2 would be around, I guess what I'm calling quality of life stuff. So it's stuff like changing the intro so the factions are based on Swedian culture, like the cultures of this game rather than generic, and changing the wording as well. That'll also mean changing some of the text in the encyclopedia. So the kingdoms have all got stuff which I've written, but the minor clans, although they have their own encyclopedia entries and stuff like that, they are, when you talk to them you can see they'll use the vanilla context. So that's to be updated. The thing after that we want to look at is banners. The The Kingdom ones work okay, but probably going to work on changing the ones for the minor factions next. And then after that, it's going to be looking at expanding on the quests, because the quests are currently quite simplistic for Swadia. So what happens is when the Swadian question finishes, when either the Holy Swadian Empire or the Swadian Confederation wins, you can, one or the other will absorb the other. You also get higher, more challenging work as factions influence increases. Well, that should probably be hidden, but it's good to know. And yeah, need to change Ostracan and Oxhall. The last thing, to say matter of relations. You can track your relations with the minor factions here. So yes, that is the current state of play. Please do download. Please do play. Any questions, then drop it in the Discord or Nexus. And yeah, thanks for watching.